Hello, in this tutorial I will show you how a physical video card is operated within a virtual machine. For this I use KVM, which stands for Kernel Virtual Machine and ensures that the used components work together as effectively as possible. Debian 8 works without kernel patching as long as the video card supports UEFI, which stands for Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. I found a lot of useful information on the following websites. This can also be found in the description box below the video. On Arch Linux you can find a nice and very active community. The first entry is a how-to that addresses different configurations. In VFIO blog are a lot of information regarding the hardware virtualization. In this table you will find user-tested configurations and their results. Here you can see the computer configuration for the host system. The integrated Intel video card is in use, so that later the GTX 780 can be passed to the virtual machine. In order to achieve this, certain BIOS settings are needed. We have to check the BIOS features if the virtualization extensions are enabled. Then we check whether the initial video device is set to the integrated video unit of the CPU. After restart, the Debian installation begins with the expert mode and later with no root password. Anyone who knows this can skip it. In the installation I set the appropriate network settings. In the root login I choose no, thus the sudo command is installed and configured automatically. In the disk partitioning, I choose the entire hard drive. From the mount options, I choose the first 3 points in order to optimize the disk writes. After Debian has been successfully installed, you have to update the repositories and then install the needed packages for virtualization. These are Coemo, KVM and Samba. Unfortunately, the package OVMF from Debian 8 is too old, that's why I use the package from the unstable branch. For this I open the browser Iceweasel and set the search to Debian packages. Then I'm searching for OVMF. Now I see different versions of the package and select SID. I will download the file from the following page. After download I open a terminal and change to the download folder. To install the package I use dpkg and the parameter -i, followed by the file name. Now the video card needs to be isolated from the system. That make it possible to pass to the virtual machine. For this I check with LSPCI which PCI ID is part of the video card to quickly identify the device ID. The highlighted area shows the video card with associated sound card. Later the related units must be passed together. LSPCI with parameter -nk shows the device ID and the currently used module. By the module PCI stub, the specific device will hidden at boot time and prevent the blocking of the device-specific modules. So that the module can be used at boot time, we have to integrate it into the initramfs. This must be supplemented with the entry PCI_stub to the file modules in the folder etc initramfs-tools. After this, the initramfs file must be updated with the command update -initramfs with the parameter -u. Now we can modify the kernel command line. Open the file grub from directory etc default and select the line grub_cmd_linux_default. Here I add the parameters intel_iommu equals on and PCI_stub.ids equals. Now I copy the video card device IDs, comma delimited, from the first terminal to the line. After change, we have to update the grub loader with update -grub2. Now reboot the system to hide the PCI devices. We check with LSPCI and the parameter -nk if the video card is using the PCI stub module. To use the para-virtualized components in the virtual machine, a driver is required. Red Hat has made these for free on the Fedora distribution. In the download folder is located the driver CD and the installation CD. In the folder KVM is the KVM installation script to install the virtual machine with Windows 7. The script creates the desired image file and can be adjusted quickly in case of changing of the installation media. It is also bounding the video card to the VFIO module. The KVM configuration is clearly laid out and can be adapted quickly. The important parameters are KVM equals off, so that the NVIDIA driver works correctly. The MAC address should be defined so that Windows does not have to constantly create new devices. The SMB parameter contains a directory with files that are required after installing Windows 7. For example, the NVIDIA drivers and other tools for the system. In the Windows 7 installation is not much observed. It needs only the driver for the hard disk controller to select it manually. After installation of Windows 7 is finished, the network driver will be installed first to access the Samba share. To get the installation files of the video card, I open a new Explorer window and enter the address //10.0.2.4, and there is a folder named QEMU that contains the installation files. After installing the video card, the computer has to shut down manually. Please do not choose Restart Now. After installation, the startup script generates a first snapshot of the installation image so that any changes can quickly set back. After launch of GPU Z, you can see that the speed of PCI Express varies. This means the power savings are active. Only if the video card is in use, the PCI Express speed increase. Now I'm starting a benchmark to burden the video card. Thank you for watching.